All right, happy Friday. I was just saying to Aisha, who's behind me, that's the Friday song. See, there's a whole bunch of songs on our 24/7 Weather Channel. That's the one I like the most. That's the Friday song. Hopefully you're feeling a good Friday vibe as well. Hey, this is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center. We're getting ready to head into the weekend. It's an exciting weekend. The Packers have got some playoff football tomorrow night down in Chicago. Go Pack Go. Let's see what's going on with our weather and their weather as well. All right, so here's a look at First Alert Viper Max. We had that soaking rain that we talked about and snow in the north. And now it's moving out of the area. We still have some showers near Sheboygan, but the back edge of this steady precipitation is moving away. Now, here's a look at First Alert Viper Max's estimated rainfall. Notice I emphasize the word estimated. So these are not exact rainfall totals, but you can see from about Stevens Point to Marinette, that area of green and borderline yellow there. That is at least 1 to 2 inches of rain. And remember, it's cold out there. It's winter. The ground is frozen. That rain is not necessarily easily absorbing all that moisture. So wouldn't be surprising to me if we've got some standing water. If you've got a leaky basement, that's not good news, is it? So as we showed you yesterday, the heaviest rain fell northwest of the Fox Valley, and that definitely verified. Now, we had some snow as well. I'm not really convinced that we got the accumulation around Green Bay and Shawano. I think a lot of that was falling out of the clouds and melting before reaching the ground. But farther north, up towards the Highway 8 corridor, say Pembine, west out towards Crandon and Rhinelander, you probably can find areas that picked up a slushy 1 to 4 inches of snow, maybe close to half a foot over towards Marquette, if First Alert Viper Max's data is trustworthy, and very often it's not too bad. All right, so we are drying out. It's still kind of damp out there, but this is a live view from our Green Bay sky cam. The rain is over. It is cloudy, though. 36 degrees with a breezy northwest wind at 15 miles an hour. It feels colder. It feels like 27. I expect our temperatures to hold steady for the next hour or so and then inch up to the upper 30s as we clear out the skies for the midday and the afternoon. A high of 38. Northwest winds kind of blustery this morning, but then weakening as we go deeper into the afternoon. And then we'll have some cold and calm weather tonight as temperatures fall back into the 20s. Our next weather maker. We've been tracking this weather maker all week, and it's almost here. And I'll be honest, there's still a lot of uncertainty with it. We're expecting snow tomorrow, lasting through tomorrow night. The confidence level of it happening is high. The amount of snow we're going to get, that's not as high. Mostly 2 to 6 inches across the area. That range of 2 to 6 inches, that forecast snowfall range has been going up and down the past couple days as we're trying to get our hands around this storm system, try to kind of wrap our heads around it. But regardless, whether it's an inch, whether it's 6 inches or something in between, slippery travel is expected tomorrow and tomorrow night. So Saturday is a First Alert weather day. Our severe weather outlook tomorrow will be in the moderate category. So the snow that I'm talking about is developing out towards Colorado and Kansas. It's light snow. It's going to be tracking to the east and northeast towards the Great Lakes, kind of following that path that orange arrow has. Now, in itself, it's not too big of a deal. However, here's where it gets interesting. Coming in from the Canadian Rockies is some jet stream energy, a disturbance aloft. And as that swings down towards the Great Lakes and maybe phases with that other disturbance that's producing snow out in Colorado and Kansas, that extra jet stream energy could, well, kind of give that snow steroids, so to speak. It might help to intensify that snow. Are we confident in that? No, we're not. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. This may or may not phase together. If it does, it could be a pretty healthy snowfall across northeast Wisconsin. If it doesn't, well, the snowfall forecast could turn out to be a bust, and we're not sure how it's going to play out. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. We clear out and see some afternoon sun, but then we cloud back over tonight. Now, Here's 7 o'clock Saturday morning. See the snow pushing into northeast Wisconsin? Predictor says a light to moderate snow Saturday morning, Saturday midday. And you can see how the snow kind of pivots back into northeast Wisconsin Saturday night. That's the moisture kind of wrapping around the backside of that low pressure system. Once we get to Sunday morning, the snow is gone and skies will begin to clear out. Okay, so how much snow are we going to get? The latest run, a first alert pinpoint predictor, generally 2 to 6 inches across eastern Wisconsin, but look at the wide variety of totals. Like an inch in Wautoma, like 5.5 inches in Green Bay. A lot of the totals in the valley, 3, 4, 5 inches. So is that heavy snow going to wind up right over top of the Fox Valley and Green Bay? Well, if predictor is right and that snow kind of pivots there, like that's the pivot point, then I think that's possible. It is also possible that the totals could be a little bit higher in Door County, where Sturgeon Bay has 1.8 inches. I've seen some previous runs of Pinpoint Predictor that have had some higher totals up in Door County, up around 3, 4 inches. The confidence of snow happening is high. The confidence of these numbers being accurate is low to medium. So what we have to do is continue to gather data, because there's a lot of conflicting data, because the computer models are having a hard time resolving whether those two pieces of energy are going to come together and dance, so to speak. If they do, they phase together, we get a big snow. If they don't, then it becomes a little bit more of a nothing burger. So there's your first alert Super 7-day forecast. Rain and snow ending right now, clearing into the afternoon, a high of 38, 32 tomorrow, 2 to 6 inches for most folks. Hopefully it pans out. Slippery travel regardless. High of 32. We continue our colder streak heading into early next week. Sunday, 27, blustery wind chills in the teens, clearing skies. Temperatures make their way back into the 30s the first half of next week. Mostly sunny on Monday, 35, and then 38 on Tuesday. A wintry mix is a possibility. I mentioned early on, as we started this streaming weathercast, that it's an exciting weekend because we've got the Packers and we've got the Bears. Soldier Field tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. If you're going, make sure you're wearing your finest green and gold and bundle up. It's going to be cold. It's going to be blustery. During the game, temperatures will be near the freezing mark. Wind chills probably upper teens to about 20. And there's a chance of some snow showers. And so we might, if the snow continues to fall during the game, have that little picturesque view that everybody likes to see on TV. I think the snow is probably a little more likely for tailgating and a little bit less likely during the second half. But regardless, it's going to be cold and blustery, and hopefully the Packers can bring their A game and knock Chicago out of the playoffs. But we'll see. Both teams are very talented. Hopefully the Packers are getting healthy and getting ready to get back in the winning column. All right, so yes, we've got snow in the forecast for this weekend. There's still a lot of uncertainty on how much we're going to get. We will continue to go through the latest information and update you on the TV side and also on our free WBAY First Alert weather app. Please scan the QR code on the left side of your screen if you haven't downloaded it yet, and keep on top of what's going on. Whatever you're doing this weekend, slippery travel could impact how it's going for you and your family, so we want to make sure to keep you and in the know. All right, guess what? She just walked in the door. Meteorologist Emily Mers. She's laughing. Well, you're not on camera, but you should give me the peace symbol there. Anyway, she just took off her coat. She's over at our ViperMax computer, and she is about to go through some weather information and try to figure out what's going to happen this weekend. And I promise she'll be on Action 2 News at noon and again at 4 and give you the lowdown on what we know, which honestly is only part of the puzzle. We need to put together the rest of the puzzle pieces to get a full picture on how the snow for Saturday is going to work out. There is potential there, but there's also some uncertainty. There is definitely some bust potential. We don't want to blow a forecast. You don't want us to blow a forecast, right? But the reality is that meteorologists are not 100% perfect. We just aren't. We do pretty well, but sometimes we can't get it completely in focus because there's variables in the atmosphere that are difficult to resolve. This is one of those situations. So we are going to continue to go through the data. We're going to give you and your family first alert updates. That 2 to 6 inch range. Might go down, might go up, but we will keep on top of this and walk you through that snow as the weekend rolls on. So please stay tuned on air and online. We appreciate it. And we're happy to be there for you. All right, thanks for watching. Enjoy your Friday. Have a great weekend. Let's start off with, or rather let's end our live stream with a live sky cam. Emily, what's your favorite sky cam? No pressure, because we like them all.
Usually Appleton.
You like Appleton?
Yeah.
All right, we'll end it on an Appleton sky cam since Emily's going to grab the baton for Action 2 News at noon. There it is. College analytics stamp. But we're drawing things out a little bit. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Bye-bye.